One woman was very excited, because I was kissing another woman and that made her very happy. The lover of the woman's son asks if she was doing it right and the woman says yes, but that her son should put more effort into what he was doing. At that moment, someone knocks on the door and the woman says that her son's wife has arrived. They become desperate about the situation and the lover asks if his wife has really come home. The man then asks his mother to help him hide his mistress. In another room, the woman helps her son choose his mistress, but before she leaves, she tells her son that this woman was actually very beautiful and shows off her body to her son. She was telling her son that this woman had a very beautiful body and that her son should stay with her, because she thought that this woman was perfect to be by her son's side. The man says that his mother was right and then he gives his mistress a kiss, but soon the woman says that they need to hide and then leaves. At this point, the man's wife arrives and asks what had happened, as he did not go to open the door for her. He said he was in the bathroom taking a shower, but that surprises his wife as he came out of the bathroom quickly. He says he had just washed his hair and then his wife tries to kiss him, but he pulls away. She then asks him why he doesn't want to kiss her. He then says he had a good excuse and says he hadn't brushed his teeth, so he didn't smell good, but she said he wasn't acting normally and asks what was going on. She said he was in a weird style and he tries to explain himself but can't think of any excuses. At that moment, the woman arrives and says that she missed her daughter very much. The wife is surprised to see that her mother-in-law is there and asks what was going on. The woman says it was also her son's house, but the wife said she thought the woman was gone. She says no and tells the wife to prepare their son's food, but the wife says she had just arrived. The woman says she didn't care about that because her son needed something to eat and then tells her to hurry. The wife then goes to the kitchen. When she leaves, the man says that his mother had treated his wife badly and he didn't like it, but the woman says that she didn't care about that because she loved her son very much. She told her son that he didn't have to worry about it because she knew what she was doing and said he could trust her, but he said he didn't like it and went to the kitchen to get his wife. He then apologizes to his wife for what had happened, but the wife says that she was not understanding what was happening as he had said that her mother would already be gone. He said that his mother missed him a lot and that he decided to stay there a little longer. She then says that this was not the problem and that her husband's mother was giving orders to her as if she were his daughter, but the man says that it would never happen again and says that he promised her that he would not let her mother talk to her like that again. He hugs his wife and says he was very happy that she was there, but at that moment the woman arrives and they become intensive. The woman then asked her wife if she had finished preparing lunch, but the wife said she hadn't started yet. The woman then becomes furious, saying that her son needed to eat and that she needed to hurry up with it. She says a woman who couldn't cook wouldn't be good enough to be by her son's side. This makes the wife furious and she said she wouldn't stay there anymore and then leaves. As she leaves, the man tells her mother that he had already told her not to do that anymore, but the woman says that she was just trying to do the best for her son. She said she would prepare something for him with the sea, but he asks her not to do it anymore. She says that this woman didn't know how to take care of her child and that she was going to do it. He then thanks his mother and the woman begins to prepare something for him to eat. Sometime later, the woman goes up to the man and asks him what was going on. The man's mistress was delivering food to him and the woman was saying that was right. She then says that since the wife hadn't prepared anything for their son to eat, someone else ended up doing it. The wife then said that she would not tolerate her husband with another woman inside their home. She then tells her husband to look at her, but soon the mistress interrupts her, telling him to look at her. The wife is furious about this and then asks if the man really wanted it. The woman says that now her son had found someone else who was much better than his wife. This makes the wife furious. She says she now understood that the man was just as bad a person as his mother. She then leaves, but the mistress tells the man that he doesn't have to worry about it, as she would stay by his side. Sometime later, the man was leaving for work, when his mother comes to him and says that she had prepared his lunch, but he says that it is not necessary, because his wife had already done that. His mother then asks him if he needs to do the laundry, but he says that his wife had already done that too and tells his mother that she could rest that day. He says that his mother didn't have to worry about it and then says goodbye to her, saying that she was already late for her work. He leaves and the mother tells him that her son was really very handsome, but that she would need to break up with his wife. Later, the woman was packing her clothes when her mother came and asked her what she was doing there. She then says that she was cleaning the man's clothes, but the mother says that she was doing it wrong and that she would show her how it was done. The woman apologizes to her mother-in-law, saying she thought she was doing something right, but she said the woman was mistaken. She then asks the woman if she knew what her son liked about the bed, but the woman says that was an inappropriate question. She tells the woman, and then the woman said she couldn't stay in that house knowing that her husband did those things to his mother. When she leaves, the mother says that she didn't believe the woman had believed it, but that now she knew what she needed to do. Later, the man arrives at his house tired, saying that he couldn't believe that day was finally over. At this point, his mother asked him if he liked the dress she was wearing, but he said it was really that appropriate and told her to take off the dress she was wearing, as it belonged to his wife. She then said that she really liked that dress, but the man tells her to stop it. He then tells her to go upstairs to her room and change those clothes and asks her why she was drinking. She then invites him to drink with her, but he says he didn't want to drink with his mother and tells her to change the clothes they were wearing. She then goes up to her son and tells him to sit next to her. She then tells him that her son needed some help from his mother, but he tells her not to approach him as what she was trying to do is wrong. She then says that she could help him with many things, but he said that it was inappropriate and that he didn't want to do that, but she insists and tries to kiss him. A lot of time passes and the man was going to visit his mother. When he sees that his mother has come out of his room again, he gets mad at her and tells her that she couldn't do that. He tells her that if she kept leaving her room like that, she would end up getting kicked out of there, but she says she didn't like that woman and asks why they were together. He then tells his mother that if she continued with that behavior, he would never come back to visit her. She then starts having some strange thoughts, and at that moment, a nurse arrives and asks what she was doing there. The man then says that he had gone there to see if his mother was better. The nurse says that he threatens him to be a good son, as he never gave up on his mother. The man says that, despite everything, he still loved his mother very much and would never abandon her. The nurse then apologizes to the man and said she needed to reveal a secret to him. She said that his mother had talked to her before and told her about his situation, but that she had never mentioned that he was married. She apologizes to the man and his wife. The man says he didn't care about it anymore and said all that mattered was that his mother was fine and that the nurse was taking care of her. The nurse then said she was going to look for someone to take better care of the man's mother, so she leaves. The man said he needed to leave and then says goodbye to his mother. When he leaves, his mother gets desperate and tries to run after him.